All right, I believe we are live right now. Let me know how we're going. Hopefully, this is live. I'm using Google Hangouts. I have no idea what I'm doing, per usual. Leave comments below if the audio is fine, everything like that. Yeah, so if you're watching the live stream and you're live in the chat, there are a few people there. Or if you're watching the replay of this, thank you so much. This is the first time, or maybe, the first time I've done something like this. So it's all very new to me. So yeah, leave some comments there. If audio sounds good and the picture should be okay. What have I got? I've got Adelaide Crows are the best. You're always first, man. I don't know how you do it. You must be sitting patiently waiting. We got Urbex Gecko, my good mate Richie. And we got Gives a Minute. He said audio looks and sounds good. So thank you very much. So yeah, how are we all going? It's Monday night. It's 9 o'clock in Melbourne right now. You can probably hear the birds chirping up a storm outside. Where are we? So today, no Brittany. A few people were asking if Brit was going to be around. No Brittany today, sadly. She's decided to go hang out with some friends, do some Christmas lighting stuff. It's that time of year, so she loves doing all that. So I sacrificed that time to do a live stream with you guys. So yeah, tried to do it a bit later to try and get some of the American crowd in, but I know it's not going to happen because it's like if you're on the West Coast, I think it's like 5 o'clock in the morning right now. So if you're watching and you're in the States, thank you very much. But I'm sure most of you will probably watch the replay. 90% of my, like more now, I think like 94% of my audience is American, which is absolutely insane. Yeah, so yeah, Adelaide Crow's the best. Said looks clean. Thanks, mate. So yeah, we're going to do a little bit of Q&A goodness. You guys asked some good questions, and I've actually had some sitting there from when I hit 1,000 subscribers, and I was going to do a Q&A, and I actually never did it. It's typical me fashion. Like Benon always says, you shouldn't make promises or whatever. Like, don't say you're going to do something and then do it. I always do that, mate. So yeah, so I've got some of the questions there from the 1,000 subscribers, which the video was actually. Cool. When did I actually bring that out? It was 9 months ago. 9 months ago, I said I was going to do 1,000 subscriber Q&A. We're almost up to 3,000 subscribers now. So I'll answer some of those questions. If you have questions that you want to ask on the spot, feel free to ask those questions straight away, and I will answer them. There's one straight away from Gives a Minute. He said, why is this not on your live stream channel? That is a very good question. So I was going to follow along the suits of Danny Black and have a live stream channel, as well as having this channel, but it's just such a pain in the ass to have two channels, to be honest. Like I went down that road when I first started doing YouTube. I had two channels where I just didn't want to mix the content, but it's just too hard. And I mean, like half the audience is on, well, more than half. Like, yeah, as I said, there's enough people on here to just keep you guys occupied. Oh, g'day, Hendrik. Thanks for popping by, mate. Yeah, so the two channel thing for me is just a pain in the ass. But like, I always flirt with the idea in my head of having like a second channel, but this keeps me occupied. Like I was actually thinking about it today. Like this channel is basically my second full-time job when I go in between editing and filming and doing all that stuff in between. It's literally a full-time job. Like I spend enough. Literally, I work like 8 hours a day. I come home, and then if I'm not filming that night for hours, I'm editing for hours. So one channel is enough for me right now, and it's not even like that hectic of content. Like one video might take me, well, the abandoned stuff might take me a few hours to edit, 3 or 4 hours at the most. Some of the easier ones might take me about over an hour, depending on how difficult it is. But yeah, one channel. I'm sticking with the one channel routine for now. But yeah, I know a lot of bigger YouTubers do it because it's easy for them to drag an audience across. to another channel, but right now it's Muitube, and it's going to be Muitube forever. Xander, hey Xander, he's an Arsenal fan. We won't talk about what happened overnight, mate, but it was good to be that unbeaten on an absolute run there. But I knew we were going to lose to one of the lesser teams. Yeah, for anyone watching, wondering what we're talking about, it was Arsenal in the Premier League in England. Adelaide Crows said, if you can edit with a full-time job, why can't Fogarty Avenue? Mate, I have no idea. I guess it's different editing styles as well. Like, if you watch their videos, they're absolutely bloody mental. Yeah, I don't know. But if Floyd or Les watch this, please answer that question for me. I want to know exactly. I work 6 days a week sometimes, so and I still have time to push out a video a week, which is tasking at times, but it's I mean, you know, people doing it daily, but nothing to complain about. Brittany said, "Hey, bub, Christmas lighting isn't the same without you." So that's dedication. She's doing the Christmas lighting and watching my live stream. I really appreciate it, Britt. Yeah, it's not the same having you here. I'm not here on the live stream, Britt. We'll do this maybe next week. I keep forgetting that next week's Christmas. Isn't that bloody insane? Like, next Monday will be Christmas Eve, won't it? I think it is, but yeah, maybe we'll do a Christmas live stream or something. That'd be fun. Yeah, Xander said he called it. I actually called it as well, man. I knew we were going to lose. I knew we were going to lose that game. Ivy, hey, how you doing? Different styles and all the research and history they put in is crazy. You're talking about Fogarty Avenue, 100%. Yeah, they're a completely different style to me. Yeah, but you know, I still think two of them could push something out. That sounds weird. That sounds really weird. Oh God. Morning, Glenn. All right, so let's get stuck into some questions. We're almost 10 minutes into this thing, so I don't really have a time limit on this thing, but I won't try and keep it under an hour to keep you guys entertained. But yeah, thank you guys. We've got 14 watching right now, which is awesome. I didn't think that. I always my worst quality of myself is me like thinking that everything I produce is complete shit and no one's going to show up and no one's going to watch. So for 14 to be here, I'm wrapped. It is a horrible quality and I'm working on it. Adelaide Crows, do you have any Urbex plans for New Year's Eve? I know the fellas do, but I'll get into who the fellas are and females. I don't know if I will. I just really enjoy hanging out with my friends, like my old school friends and stuff like that during New Year's and getting drunk. And I don't really want to be exploring on New Year's because it's probably like 40 degrees as well. So I already have plans for New Year's sort of to be swimming in a pool at my friend's house. So, all right, let's get stuck into some of the questions because there are a few. As I said, I've got questions from the video that I did the other week, the unedited video. And the 1,000 subscriber video that I did like 9 months ago, which is hilarious. So the first question we will get stuck into, which I'm just randomly picking one out. Give me 2 seconds. So the computer keeps freezing. All right. So the big question is, how do we find the places? I'll save that one a little bit. I was hoping Panda was going to jump on in the chat if he's not already watching. Hello, Belinda. And because I'm using Google Hangout, so I can actually invite Panda in. And he can jump on, but I should have messaged him. I've just been mental, just doing everything. All right, so the first question was by a person called Carmen and Princess Zena, who I've never seen them comment before, but they must have just found my video. So they say, "Hi, I'm from Colorado." That's cool. There's so many abandoned historical buildings and homes, but I'm running how to go about knowing if it's clear to explore them. Do you just go and pray that you don't get caught? I've actually left business cards asking to photograph the home or barn. His business cards are still there 3 months later. That is a very, very good question. Yeah, sometimes it's so sketchy. Like, I've always had like this idea of like filming this video almost like a behind the scenes, but like I would need someone else to film it for me. Of like me and Panda driving around to some of these places that like, do we know if they're abandoned or do we not know if they're abandoned? It's sometimes just completely luck of the draw. Like, we just go for it. I mean, there's been times when me and Panda have stood outside a house in the middle of the country or wherever or just a location that I know. Like I've been by myself and I've been like, I don't know if this is abandoned. To be honest, I just nut up and we just go in. We just got to try it. If we get caught, we get caught. I know it's a little bit different here in Australia than it is in America. But you know, you got to risk it for the biscuit, as I usually say. If you want to get the footage, you just got to go for it. So if your card's been sitting there for 3 months, I mean, if my card was still sitting there, if I had a card, was still sitting there like months later, I would definitely just go in like a week later. But honestly, like we planned it out pretty well. You know, we check for signs. Is there like dust on the door, or are there bins out the front of the house? Are they still full, or is the grass really long and stuff like that? And then, you know, we'll just go for it. There's no really talking about it. Like I'm lucky that I have Panda with me because we sort of have each other's backs. And, you know, Panda will be going in, I'll watch out, or I'll go in, he'll watch out, or we sort of just watch together and then just go in. It's pretty different if we explore on like a big group explore. Sometimes we've explored with like 10 of us. Where that's harder. That always isn't my favorite, but it's always great to hang out with all my friends while doing it. But it's not my favorite for filming purposes because there's a lot of chatter going on. And it's hard to record. When you're taking photos, it's perfect. But when you're trying to record and you're trying to get good, clean audio, it's hard if there's other people talking. But yeah, that was a really good question. I'd love to explore in America. I've just spent like the last probably 2 hours of tonight since I got home from work and had dinner, just watching like people who have been exploring in Florida. And God, I just want to do that so bad, but it's not going to happen anytime soon, but we'll never say never. Gives a minute, who is in the chat, asked a question, but I've just seen one pop up in the comments by Patrick, who said, "What's your favorite abando you have been to?" That is a really good question, and that's one I get asked quite a bit. And I feel like I'm just looking at my phone through my places. I feel like I say it a bit like, "Oh, that was my favorite." Like every time we go somewhere. The mansion in Turak, I can say that now. It's absolutely trashed. The $40 million mansion was absolutely incredible. When Panda and I went there, it was untouched. It was like, it was burnt at the back and they left the water on, but that was unbelievable. The M-Core paper mill that I filmed a couple of weeks ago, that would have been sick to see it in its full glory, but that was one of my favorite ones. The Thunderdome, oh my God, that was amazing. There's one you guys haven't seen, and I actually filmed it over a year ago. I haven't just released it because it's not really abandoned just yet, but it was a pub. That's 100% probably my favorite place that I've been to, abandoned-wise. Like beer still on tap, power still on, power run, like water running, everything. And I can't wait to get it out. Hopefully I'll be able to release it the next year. That also was the hottest day I've ever had filming. It was like 40 degrees that day in a 3-story pub. It must have been about 45 in the building. It's hilarious. Every now and then I go back and watch the footage, have a bit of a laugh because you see how red Panda and I are and how much we're sweating. So Patrick also asked, do you get in a lot of storm drains? I've only ever done one storm drain, but we didn't even go in all the way. I haven't done, so not any drains yet. I don't really have any plans for it yet, but now that it's summer, we will definitely do some draining. But just with the amount of rain we've had in Melbourne in the last week, it's not happening. Next week's meant to be quite nice. Tim Askog said, I was saying that was your name. Hi, Scott. Hi, Tim. Wilfred said, was no lights on there tonight, mate. He's talking about the pub. Wilfred's another Melbourne explorer if you want to check him out on Instagram. Wilfred Melbourne. Amazing photos. Amazing dude. You would have seen him in some of my videos. He's just a great lad. Patrick said, I've been to the paper mill in Alphington. That's cool. There's a drain right next to the creek that is really sick. Well, I'll have to check that out. I want to go fishing down there as well. That river down there looks awesome. All right. So good. We'll go back to a comment from Gibbs a minute, Benon, who said, I'd like to know if there's a code which urbexers follow in terms of finding and disclosing locations within the community. 100%. It's just hilarious to think about, man. Like when I first started doing this, 2 years ago now, 2016, I did my first explore. I had no idea that there was like this community of like other explorers in Melbourne. It's kind of weird to think that, but like I just living in a bubble. I had no idea. But there is like a code in a way, not blabbing locations and, sharing locations between each other. So there's definitely 100% a code. Does everyone follow it? No. You would definitely know that if you're in the Melbourne scene. Or, just keep up with some of the guys on YouTube and stuff. Disclosing locations isn't some of the strongest points of some people, but, what can you do? I try my best. And honestly, like, I don't think I'm going to say the word anal. I'm so anal about like making sure there is nothing in my video which will tell you where I am. And it's at times painstakingly hard. Like I'm talking, I've spent like hours going through a video and making sure there's nothing there if I don't want anyone to find a location. Even though most of like the hardcore Melbourne guys who do this know where the locations are and we share them between each other, it's still something I don't want my reputation to be buildings being trashed. So there's definitely that there, and a whole bunch of comments come in while I was saying that. Xander, have you been confronted at a property? No, I'm very lucky with that. Panda and I are both very lucky with that, I should say. I've never been confronted. I have seen people hanging out. So there was ages ago, like I'm talking 2016, there was a pretty famous Melbourne abandoned location, a factory where there was homes all around it. A person just watched me walk around there. Obviously, I make it pretty obvious what I'm doing. I have my backpack on. That's quite obviously a camera backpack, tripod, camera gear. My whole camera gear is like I'm holding it like this, giant light on top, giant camera. I make it pretty obvious, microphone on top, that I'm filming, and I'm not. I just got the most random comment in the chat. That it's pretty obvious that it's not. Yeah, I'm not there to smash shit up, or I'm not there to graffiti. It's all very, very between the lines. So I've never really been confronted. I've been confronted by homeless people. That's part of the whole urbex thing, isn't it? But hold on, I just I'm just having a look at that. Patrick. I'll go back to Belinda, who said, "What is the scariest thing you have found while urbexing?" Very good question, because that can go into another question. Let me just find it if I scroll down somewhere. Someone asked me a question, what's the scariest thing I've ever seen? Like, I got to say, the scariest place I have probably the scariest place I've been to, which I didn't realize how freaked out I was. And like until today, when I'm sort of thinking back over the questions everyone asked me, was the location I released only like a month ago of the nursing home. That's gone now. It's been demolished. So I'll tell you, it was in Chadstone. It was just an absolute nightmare situation. Like I was talking to Wilfred Melbourne about going there. And I was, he said it was trash. And I actually like going to places that are a little bit trash because it's really easy to film and it gives the place a lot of character. And you can take photos and it looks sick and all that. But he was like, it's really bad. It's like really bad. And I was just thinking like, oh, no, that's cool. It's fine. So we got there, we pull up out the front. It's extremely residential area. So there's houses everywhere. Chadstone Shopping Centre is right there. And we linger out the front and there's just people walking around everywhere. But I just kept having a really strange feeling when I was standing out the front of just like almost like an anxiety feeling. I have like really, really mild anxiety, but like I had that feeling in my chest, like, oh God, this doesn't feel right. And I was with Panda and Alan, and they hanged back, and I just went, stuff it. I'm going in. So I ran in and probably spent about 2 minutes in there before they came in. And you just walk in, and as soon as I walked in, I just like couldn't believe how trash the place was. I want to do like commentary of like my videos, like a voiceover video, like go back and rewatch them, do a voiceover, because the sheer size of the place was unbelievable. But I just kept having the feeling that there was something wrong there, that there was something, either someone was there or something bad was there, and that's what kept freaking me out. And the things that me and Panda do most of the times without realizing, we actually split up when we go to locations. So Panda will sort of go one way and I'll go around, or I'll head back and he'll go ahead. This place was monstrous. Like, I couldn't believe how actually big it was. Anyway, you'll see if you've seen the video. I think it's called Abandoned Nursing Home from Hell. It was like, and there's one room where you go into and it looks like there was a body in the bed. A couple of the guys, some of the Melbourne explorers, I think it was Destination on, I can't remember who it was now. Might have been Destination Unknown. I think they set it up to make it look like there was a body in the bed. And I just kept having the feeling every room I went into of the nursing home, I was going to find a dead body. Like, that was my number one fear. And it actually is my number one fear, of finding a dead body. And I just kept thinking, this room's going to have it. This room's going to have it. And I walked straight in and just looked, and on the bed, it looked like feet perfectly on the bed. And I was like, I stood back, then walked back in and realized that, yeah, it was just pillows shoved under a blanket to make it look like a human. And I didn't realize this until I put the photo on Instagram, and then they all laughed at me. Yeah. So the comment I was laughing at in here was some Sajik Ahmed asked if there was any teenage girls, but he's retracted his comment. Random as. Holy crap, that is so funny. Not funny, but weird. Sarah Muir, who's no relation to me, but she's a big fan of mine, and I very appreciate you. How often do you go to places and you couldn't get in? Not very often, to be honest. We've had very, very good luck with getting in places. We either find a way without, of course, breaking in. We'll find a way, or it's just open. Like, we've actually had such good luck with places, touch wood, of getting in. Yeah, Patrick said, leave nothing but footprints, take nothing but photos, and break nothing but silences is the Urbex code. I'm pretty sure Les came up with that. Les from Fogarty Avenue. He had to have come up with that. Patrick again said, you're really cool and I love your videos. Thank you for inspiring me to Urbex and exploring with my friends. Man, that is sick. No one's ever said that to me. Thank you very much. I'm actually blushing a little bit now. Thank you. Oh God, now Sajid is chatting up my sister in the chat. She says, hey, this is your sister here. This is my first time I've watched your live feed. Thank you, Haley. I heard you're enjoying your new house. Yeah, Sajid, take a hike, mate. Stop hitting on my sister, you weirdo. Yeah, so Adelaide Crows, when will you be in more videos, Haley? Yeah, Haley can be in these Monday unedited videos I do are just a bit of a throwaway video. Like, it's just me having a bit of a laugh. And yeah, we'll do one Christmas Day, I bet, when the whole family's around. The whole family is like all of 10 people. But yeah, Haley, I love you. Thank you. Robert Muir said, hey, Scotty, do you know I'm the same age as you? Well, there you go. Thank you. I'm almost 30. It's quite disgusting. Almost 30 years old. Bloody hell. Only a couple months away. Patrick asked it again. Have you done Larundel yet? It's so good. I did. So believe it or not, I went in Larundel when I was like, my mum's in the comments now. Hi, mum. Don't listen to this. I went into Larundel Mental Asylum when I was like 16 with a mate, and it was completely open paddock land. It was really cool. I haven't been back in. Well, I did go back in a few years ago, but not when I was filming. And now it's completely got a fence around it. I do have plans for a video there because I can obviously drone it. And it's like a 20-minute drive from my house. It's very easy for me to get there. So I will go back. Yeah, but Larundel's not accessible. You can't get in. You can walk around. Wilfred just said that. You can walk around and I can drone it. And I can show you the houses and stuff like that. It's yeah. It's so creepy. One of the last times I went there and went to go in, we got yelled at by some homeless dudes. So that was like 5-6 years ago now. But yeah, Haley said she's been in a few videos recently. I've going on small adventures here and there. Yeah, so Haley will pop up in probably my unedited videos. because I don't want to take her in abandoned locations that often, because I'm a good big brother. Little brother. She's older than me. God damn it. Robert said, the video you posted the other day, was that a hospital? Which one did I post the other day? I can't even remember what I posted the other day. I feel like I posted the wildlife park the other day. Did I? Yeah, I posted the wildlife park. I haven't posted any hospitals. Jay did a hospital and then took it down. Nikki Bella said, hi, I'm new to your channel. Hello, Nikki. Thank you. That's awesome. All right, more questions. Yeah, there's a few here. A lot of these are, some of these are the oldest things. So it was Belinda as well, who said, Belinda McDonald said, what is the scariest thing you've found while urbexing? I don't know about the scariest thing I've found. Probably, yeah, I was going to say that fake body in the bed was horrifying. I hate finding needles and stuff. I mean, that's going to happen a lot. Recently, I did an explore, which I didn't film, which is very, very, very rare for me. I didn't film it. That was, yeah, that was a bunch of homeless people living in there. That was quite scary because they were quite obviously off their head. I feel very sorry for the homeless people that are in these places. They've obviously fallen on extremely hard times. But hey, Creaky, sorry, he's in the chat. He said, you scare pretty easily, mate. I do. Like, I am shit scared of the dark. Yeah, but I feel like if something was to happen, like if a homeless person was going to run at me, I could just kick him in the nuts or something. I'm almost 6'2", so yeah, I can handle that. Well, where are we? We're going off track a little bit here. Nikki asked randomly, do I watch WWE? I used to hardcore as a kid. I went to the WWE when it came here in Melbourne a few months ago, but no, I don't watch it. I honestly don't even watch TV. I spend most of my time researching for this channel, filming, editing, and watching other guys' videos. It's very easy because there is a spot with no barbed wire on the fence. I was just talking about Larundel. So, yeah, cool. Maybe I have to go check out Larundel with Panda. Go back there at nighttime. We'll get nice and scared. Howie said, can I feature in a live video? Definitely. I'm going to be doing more and more live videos. So this is pretty unprofessional at the minute. It's pretty straightforward, but I'm working on making it a bit more. If you watch Benon's live streams or if you watch Danny Black's, then you'll see what I mean. But at the minute, I'm working on this MacBook Air, and it's not powerful enough. So Panda Garage said, have you ever dabbed on a hater? Yeah, I have. You saw me dab on a girl like 2 weeks ago, which is hilarious, but that's another story for another time. If you ever visit where I am, I'll take you to a history site if you can film them. That's Robert. He lives in Brisbane. Definitely, mate. Yeah. I have plans to do a little bit of traveling next year, different states. So Tassie is definitely one of them because I've never been to Tassie, and I know Mark Ensby lives down there, who's a subscriber. So yeah, I will be going down there at some point. I'm just reading the chat, and it's hilarious. Creaky said there is a Jake Pauler in the stream. Is that about the dabbing on the haters? G'day, Floyd, as well. Floyd Bromley, everybody of Fogarty Avenue. He is in the comments, and I have some questions from Fogarty Avenue from the 1,000 subscriber live stream. Q&A, I should say. Patrick said, I went to an abandoned house with a group of like 6 squatters and I shat myself. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Yeah, it is pretty intense if they're squatters, and it's pretty common. It's why I don't like to film that many houses. Because of the fact of I don't want to run into people living in there. I've heard quite a few stories of like I could have a few of these guys on the live stream, like Melbourne Explorers, and we could talk about different stories. But yeah, I know Wilfred's had a really bad run-in with some squatters. So yeah, maybe we'll talk about that. Panda said, will my stream crash like Benon's? I hope not. Seems to be running smoothly so far. I'm using my phone 4G connection. Yeah. We got oh no, interrupted by a phone call from Wes. That's what Floyd just said. Good luck with that. Nikki said, do you listen to Adriana Grande? Hell no. No, definitely not. Definitely not. Yeah, I'll no. Sorry about that. Not my taste in music. Definitely not. Tasmanian nightlife is basically in an abandoned building, Creaky. Yeah. I've never been to Tassie, so I couldn't tell you, but I enjoy the nightlife, as some of you may know. so I'll have to check it out. Patrick said, I've got so many stories. Yeah, I'm going to have to definitely do like a Melbourne Explorers live stream, get a few of the guys over. I'm setting up my garage as like Ben has been calling it Muitube Studios. So we can live stream from there, and I'll get some good lighting in there. I just realized Ringo's looking over my shoulder. There's Ringo up there. Yeah, the question about Adriana, I can't even say her name, man. Grande. No, listen to the Beatles. Stuff that shit. Panda said, rest in peace, Fogarty Avenue. Still, no videos from Fogarty Avenue, Floyd. What is going on? We need our Fogarty Avenue goodness. Adelaide Kerr said, ease up on Nikki. I'm not being mean to Nikki. It's just, yeah, not my style of music. Plans to visit the UK Explorer Edition, man. That'd be awesome. I'd love to come drink beers with you, man, and watch the Arsenal. Not any plans anytime soon. Adelaide Crows is telling me how to say Ariana. That's better. Ariana Grande. God, I suck. Mum said the monkeys, man. Mum, we all know you like the monkeys. All right, so we're going to go to some of the. I've been going for 31 minutes. I hope everyone's still entertained. Yeah, so we'll go to the 1,000 subscriber Q&A, which I never did. All right, let's read some of the questions. Do you guys have any like just random questions you want to ask that's not like Urbex related? Please feel free. Like, yeah, who's the opposite side of Ringo? Paul. That's Paul, right up above my head. My love for the Beatles is very strong. That's why I have pictures of them in my living room. Yeah. All right. Let's close that one. We've got a few tabs open. Oppa Entertainment asked 8 months ago, question for Scott, how did you propose to Brittany? Well, I proposed to Brittany at Disneyland in 2017. And yeah, she's watching Christ. At Disneyland is where I proposed to Brittany. And yeah, I had that plan for a long time. She's a massive Disney fan and then converted me into a massive Disney fan. I love Disneyland. I love Disneyland history. I love Walt Disney, all that stuff. And yeah, thanks to her for that. That's where I proposed to Brittany, was at Disneyland in California. And she said, question for Brittany. Oh, well, she's not here. Did you expect the proposal or was it a surprise? And it was a complete surprise. I can answer that question for you. She had no idea. And she actually never said yes, which is weird. We're now married 2 years later. But yeah, she never actually said yes. Yeah, Adelaide Crows. Yeah, I can go for as long as really I want, as long as you guys are entertained. Where are we? Nikki asked again, do I have any pets? Yes, I do. I have a cat that is wandering around here. I'm sure she'll make an appearance. Right as I pressed start on the live stream, she jumped up and put her head right here, and then she took off. I don't know where she is. She'll make an appearance. She's a fat cat. She'll be sleeping somewhere. She's actually an attack cat. So you ask Panda about how crazy my cat is. She'll get you in a headlock. How long did it take me to grow that beard by Wilfred? It took me. That's a very good question. I never thought I could grow a beard, and then one day I just did. I got it trimmed like 2 days ago, but it was really long. Everyone was calling me Ned Kelly. I don't know. Like, it doesn't take long. I haven't not had a beard now for like 2 years, and when I shaved it off and then grew it back, it didn't take long at all. I'm a very hairy human, as you can probably tell. Oh Jesus, this live stream's bringing out the best in all of us. Yeah, so there's a bridge in Redcliffe opened by the Beatles. That's cool. I didn't know that, Robert. That's awesome. Scotty, were you a big fan of the Smurfs from Tim Askog? I'm pretty sure me and Haley watched the Smurfs when we were younger. I don't remember anything about that though. The Smurfette, she was a babe. All right, Xander's taken off. It's 10:30 a.m. here in the UK. Awesome. Well, thanks for stopping by, man. I actually really appreciate it for you to be tuning in from the UK. I'm going to be on your channel talking about Arsenal. We talked about this the other day. So, yeah, jump on Xander Round. He's a vlogger from the UK. What's your favorite video you've made? My favorite video that I made, as I said, I'm like really hard on myself. So like I literally edit the video, then I watch it like 15 times, and then I talk about how shit it is. Then I upload it, and then everyone tells me how it's good. So yeah, my favorite video I've actually made is probably the Thunderdome video that I did. Not technically abandoned, I know. That's probably my favorite video that I've made, mixed with the drone footage, everything. That place is just amazing, man. Like I was there completely on my own as well, and it was unbelievable. Just an awesome day. I got stung by a bee, but that sucked, and I never got that on video. Now I always wear a GoPro, the Hero 7 on my head, the Hero 5 before that, and I record everything that runs on my head while I'm filming. So if I ever get stung by a bee again, you guys will see it. Excuse me, I almost munted just then. My Adelaide Crow's the best. My favorite video of yours is still the schoolgirl in the church. Yeah, that video seems to be like how most Melbourne people know me, or like how most people found me, besides the mansion videos I filmed. Yeah, the abandoned girl in the church, for anyone who doesn't know, me and Panda filmed a church literally like 5 minutes from my house. And we ran in there, and there's this room at the back. Oh, the video is called like Busted by Squatter in a church or something. We went at the back, and I found this full room behind this door that I literally had to lift off to get into. And as I turned around to leave, someone walked in, and I was completely trapped in this room. And turned out it was like a 16-year-old girl. Still scared the absolute piss out of me. Yeah, a lot of people know me from that video. It's weird how many people always say, "Yeah, you're the guy who filmed the girl in the church." That's me. Have you ever dropped your phone on water? I think you mean in the water by Nikki? No, I haven't. Definitely not. I'm very, very cautious about where my phone is around water. Good question, but yeah, no, never have. Sarah Muir said, what do you like to watch on YouTube? Ooh, very, very, very good question. Just a hilarious fucking question. What do I like to watch on YouTube? Very good question. I'll bring up my YouTube page so I can have a look at it. My top channels that I watch, Panda Explores, Gives a Minute, what else have we got? I don't really watch many exploring channels. There's a guy called Dan Bell, who is like my biggest inspiration. If you watch his videos, you'll see a little bit of my stuff mixed in, like inspiration-wise. Adam the Woo. That's basically why I started YouTube, was because of those two guys, Adam the Woo. Bright Sun Films is a channel I recently got into. They are friggin' awesome. Well, he is friggin' awesome. I really, really think you should guys, if you like my stuff, you'll like that stuff. It's 10 times better than mine. But Bright Sun Films, they almost have like 500,000 subs. Yeah, I don't really watch that many channels. I mean, like everyone else, all my mates, I always watch all their stuff as well. But like hardcore watch is those guys. Yeah, that's a very good question. Where are we? Patrick said, "Don't worry, your videos are always great." Yeah, thank you. And I do sort of know that, but it's just the thing that keeps me sane and level-headed, I think. Belinda, if I was the mum of that schoolgirl, I would have whooped her ass if I found out she was there. Yeah, 100%. And even worse was the guy she was with was like, I don't know, 16, 17. She was about the same age. He was completely smacked off his head. Shit bricks when he saw Panda, and we didn't see Panda actually. He was on the other side of the building. When he saw me, he just basically walked straight off, ran up the hill, and just completely left her just standing in the building. And she was completely fine. I think she was English, and we chatted for like 15 minutes. So yeah, she's yeah. I mean, she probably needs a good clip around the ear hole, but that's so Coral said, "Are your pubes red like your beard?" No, definitely not. Just the face. It's the Irish in me. Haley, my sister said, "Are there any places you will just refuse to go because it's too scary or dangerous?" Not really. Well, there is one, but not dangerous wise, is that it's crawling with security. But if you want to check out a video from there, go to Urbex Gecko. he filmed a video at the Morwell power plant, which is unfreaking believable. So Urbex Gecko, he's a good friend of mine. He's a great dude. Check him out. He's like almost at 50 subs, so go over there and jump on him. Ivy V said, "Are you going to the Derby this weekend?" Very much so. I will be. That's the Melbourne Derby. Melbourne Victory versus the other blokes from Melbourne. We won't say their name. I will be there. I will be pretty intoxicated. So yeah, I will. Adelaide Crows, I said, "Are you going to support West Melbourne in the A-League because they are playing in Geelong?" 100% no. I am Victory through and through. Always have been since basically the first season. Second season I started going. Yeah, will 100% be Victory till I die. And Patrick McCarthy said, "Do you listen to podcasts?" Yes, I do. Quite a bit. My life is basically spent on the road, so I listen to a lot of podcasts. Main ones would be the Pat McAfee Show 2.0. He's an ex-NFL player. He has a podcast. It's absolutely hilarious. Who has to... I listened to Dan Bell's podcast, who I was telling you about. He's an urbexer and filmmaker. Here's a podcast. Listen to that. H3 podcast is absolutely hilarious. Definitely suggest listening to that. If you don't watch their videos, bloody go and do it because you'll probably die of a heart attack. They're so funny. Wilfred said she was wagging school. This is going back to the girl in the church. Yeah, the school was off at the time. It was probably like 7 o'clock at night. It was pretty close to sunset at the time. So yeah, she was just hanging around. Obviously, they lived there. Who's on the channel? I'm not too sure what you mean by that, Patrick. Yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, I don't know. You're talking about Urbex Gecko, maybe. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Sub Urbex said, "Scott, there is 2 abandoned houses on Plenty Road that have squatters in them that we encountered today. Like to see, have a crack at that." Plenty Road, okay, yeah. I'm just trying to think if I've been there. Again, I hate going into houses, mainly due to the fact that there's going to be squatters in them, especially in complete built-up areas like Plenty Road. Yeah, but suburbex, yeah, that's crazy. I hate it. What have we got? Patrick, I'm friends with Suburbex. It's my friend. Cool. All right. Well, this is fun, isn't it? Mac the dog. Have you ever been exploring the Ballarat area? Close to it. But by close, I mean probably like 40 minutes outside. I think that was Ballarat. I can't even remember now. Maybe I'm getting my areas mixed up, but yeah, I haven't been up that way much. But I know of like quite a few buildings up there, but I just haven't got up there. It's kind of out of the way for me, so I haven't been up there all that much. And I like to know if I'm going somewhere that's going to be somewhere I can record, and it's definitely going to be a video there. And I know there isn't up that way, but I know it's just going to be probably a weekend of filming for me. So yeah, but Ballarat is definitely on my list of places to be. Since you are a Victory fan, there's also For Fuck's Sake. Yeah, that's a podcast, a Victory podcast. I listen to it every now and then. Not that much, to be honest. But Nikki's asking some real serious questions. Have you ever smiled at a serious situation? Probably, because I'm a sarcastic prick. Tenny, hey mate, how you going? That's one of my mates. Tenny said, "What's the furthest from home you filmed?" Bloody hell, very good question. That is a very good question. You've actually stumped me there. I've traveled a few hours. Yeah, I'm going to say like 2 hours, 3 hours, probably the most. Not too far, to be honest. Like, I've been pretty lucky. I'm just looking at my videos. Most of my videos are locations are sort of around Melbourne, Victoria area where I live. So, yeah, I'm going to say like 2 hours, maybe at the most. Man, you guys are pumping out the questions for me. It's been awesome. We'll go back to the 1,000 subscriber questions. Where are we? Well, Fogarty Avenue asks, "What are my favorite Urbex channels to watch on YouTube?" All right, I'll give you a list of the best ones in no particular order ever. I will go with, you can watch Panda Explorers, of course. Dan Bell, unbelievable, like easily the best. I don't give a shit what anyone says. He's the best. Who else to say? Bright Sun Films. You can check them out. The Fog of the Avenue, Jay Boston. Yeah, I honestly don't watch Proper People. That's another really good one. Search the Proper People. Yeah, if you're into that really like cinematic stuff, not cinematic, but it's just like really beautifully shot style stuff, the Proper People. Definitely, 100%. Where are we? So I've got a few more questions that have jumped in. Adelaide Crow's the best. Didn't you film at Peterbrook's grave? I did. I filmed there a couple times. Yeah, that's not far from me at all, man. That's probably under 25 minutes from my house to there. So not far. That's a nice and easy one. Nikki said bye. Thank you, Nikki, from dropping by. It was very random, but awesome. Suburbex, you should do more drain exploration such as Anzac Drain, Maze Drain, or the 10th Drain. Yeah, definitely, 100%, mate. Drains are in the plans for 2019. It's weird to say 2019. I can't believe we're almost there. But yeah, 2019, the plans will be drains. Let's do some drains. I know Wilfred will be down for that. Yeah, Wilfred against it, the Proper People. So yeah, if you want a good Urbex channel, jump on Proper People. It's two guys. I think they live in Florida. Film some absolutely amazing locations around America, and they're in Europe at the minute, I believe, filming some locations. So awesome, absolutely fantastic. I wish that I could go there. Let me scroll through. Sorry, there's so many questions on here, and I'm trying to pick out some of the more interesting ones. All right, well, you know what? Why don't we do the ultimate question that everyone was asking me? How do we find these locations? I'll answer that in a sec. Let me go back. Will you ever do the Ararat Lunatic Asylum with me, or are you scared? I'll definitely do that with you, Haley. I really want to, and I actually have been speaking to someone about doing that, but a bit more behind the scenes stuff that most people won't see, but I haven't really spoken to that person in a while. So yeah, I mean, I'll definitely do that again. I don't know if you can film it though. That's the annoying thing, but yeah, if I can film it, I'll 100% do it. If I can't film it, then I don't know. Yeah, Haley said she did it a few years ago, and yeah, she said she pooped it. Yeah, where are we? Adelaide Crows said, whatever happened to Ash Weaving? Yeah, Ash, he's very sporadic with his uploads. I do speak to him every now and then. But yeah, he's living his life. He's just got engaged, so he's got to be working hard to pay for that wedding. I know that feeling. So yeah, he's working hard doing that stuff. He's a great dude. I absolutely love him. He's a top bloke. Everyone search Ash Weaving on YouTube and you'll find his page. When this live streaming stuff, when I get a bit better at it, I'll be able to like post links and stuff. I know I can do that in the comments, but yeah, Ash Weaving. He's posted a few videos here and there. He's a funny dude. He's absolutely hilarious. He lives down on the coast. So yeah. All right. So we've almost been going an hour. So yeah, so how do we find these places? It's like the ultimate question that I get asked, like, God, friggin' every party I go to where there's people there, everyone who finds me somewhere along the line, every 12-year-old on Instagram, how do we find these locations? There's a couple ways that we do it. Some are exciting, some aren't that exciting. When I first started, it was purely based on me driving around Melbourne, driving around Victoria, finding the locations just on the side of the road or seeing it from afar. And again, as I said at the start, I had no idea that there was like this whole Urbex community. So like Instagram wasn't a thing to me. Like I had no idea that sort of photography side of abandoned stuff. I literally watched like 2 channels and they were both American on YouTube. I could have started filming in like 2015. I wish I did, but I didn't start 2016. Yeah, Patrick's saying Google Earth. That's the next one. Google Earth. Like I used to spend my lunch breaks at work going through Google Earth, trying to find locations just by purely scrolling through like the country. Like, oh, there's a house, or there's a shed that looks abandoned. One of the first places I filmed. I got to go back there, but I know it's not in great nick. It's sort of out in the country. I think I called it like the abandoned farm, something from a horror film or something. It was one of the first videos I ever filmed. It's all on my iPhone. It's complete crap quality, but I found that completely just by Google Earth. Yeah, sort of just knowing what you're looking for. A lot of these country roads don't have like the option to view it from the street, so you're looking at it from above, but you can find it easy enough. That's a big one, Google Earth, which I don't use all that often anymore. But yeah, if you're just starting and you're not sure, Google Earth is everyone's friend. Suburb exit. It's hard to find places because I'm only 14, so I have to just do a ton of research. Yeah, honestly, that's like the way that you start. That's the way that I started, the way everyone was started, research and just trying to find places. It helps that I drive around everywhere and I can see the places with my own eyes. Or yeah, but when you're so young and you're only 14, yeah, that's got to be, it's got to be hard. But don't give up. You'll get there. Yeah, so I know, like when I first started finding locations, I just like remember thinking, oh my god, like I filmed like 7 places. I've run out of places. There's no more abandoned buildings in Melbourne. I've run out of places. I know it's funny to laugh at that because I now have a map of like hundreds of locations in Melbourne to film or take photos or do that. But yeah, that's the second part or third part if you include, so driving around, just looking around, which I love doing. It's like so refreshing to drive around and just try and find places that are off the country road or they're around in the suburbs. Just driving around, Google Earth, which Patrick said. The third one is word of mouth. Is huge now. I know a lot of Melbourne explorers now, probably 15, 20 explorers who, we sort of all network and share locations between each other. And that's a big one, getting to know people in the community and sharing locations with each other. That's a huge one. But yeah, to get to that stage obviously isn't the easiest, but yeah, and obviously keeping a respectful name in the community. Yeah, not blabbing locations. His chips are the best in Melbourne. Chip. Yeah, well, he has a massive following on Facebook at Urbex Melbourne. Like 70,000 followers, likes. I don't know how Facebook works on Facebook. Upper Media Entertainment is here. I answered your question before. I hope you saw that. That was from the video from 9 months ago. Yeah, that's yeah. Chips are, yeah. Wilfred's laughing at it. Suburbic said, I heard on the grapevine that they may be demolishing the Rundle Mental Asylum. I don't know. It could be. I mean, a lot of it's gone. It's now houses. I'll film a video there. I will. I'll go there and film another video. Yeah, definitely. I don't know how long it's going to last, but I don't think it's going anywhere too soon. It's too iconic. Upper Media said, what are the top 3 abandoned places you still want to go? Okay. Morwell power plant is pretty much a no-go now, but I wish I went there like a year and a half ago. That is a huge one. That's one that probably I'll never get to see, but what can you do? I'd love to go there. Other than that, there's places that are just stupid to me, but like I filmed a motel like out in the country. You might have seen it on one of my Monday unedited videos, and I stupidly deleted the footage off the SD card by pulling it out of my laptop. Yeah, that I just want to go back and film because it was just one of those finds that we drove past and Panda spotted it out of the car. And yeah, I've got to go back and film it, but it's like a 2-hour drive from here. So it's not easy for me just to drop everything and go there. Especially this time of year, like being December, I'm trying to wind down for the year, but I can't. My mind keeps running and I keep seeing awesome locations posted on Instagram and I want to go there, but yeah, top 3, I don't know. It's hard to do a top 3, but yeah, some have got away, but so be it. But I've been very lucky, very, very lucky with locations in the last like 6 months. I've really, really hit it hard. That sounds weird. The last 6 months, filming locations, getting a video out once a month, once a month. Jesus Christ, I'm losing my mind. Once a week, and I've been a video once a week for like the last, like it's been like 5 months now. I don't know if it's been that long. Maybe it has been. I've done a video every Thursday or Friday. It's hard at times and time consuming, but I love it and you guys love it, and it ain't stopping anytime soon. So, Belinda said, "What is the coolest thing you have found, like newspapers from the past or other cool things?" Yeah, so we found some newspapers from around the time of the Second World War in a place that was mental, man. That was absolutely mental. Like, literally could pick it up and read them talking about the war and talking about Nazi Germany and stuff like that. And I'm a big fan of history, and that stuff blew me away. That's probably number one, Belinda. You answered your own question. Yeah, newspapers, stuff like that. I love finding stuff like that. Old books, things like that. I love it. I'm a big fan of movies as well. So anytime I find like DVDs or like VHS tapes, I love looking at them. And I just saw a comment saying, "Do I ever take it?" No, I never take the stuff. If I can find old maps as well, I love old maps of Melbourne and Victoria and stuff like that. So I take photos of them and put them on Instagram, YouTube. But yeah, I never take anything, if that's the other question. Hi, Bridget. How you going? Yeah, I never take anything. There's just no point. I had a garage full of stuff which I took to the tip so I can try and set up YouTube studios, as Panda calls it. Wilfred said, "Did you go to the joint we talked about on Friday?" I haven't yet, mate, but I have a feeling I'll be going there Wednesday night if you wanted to meet up. If I do go there Wednesday night, you guys might even see that video for Friday or Thursday night or whenever I release the videos. Yeah. So adding to what Belinda said, yeah, do I find any newspapers? Yeah, sorry. Yeah, everything I find, like when we did the grain silo video a couple months back, we found the huge blueprints of the place. They're bloody awesome. Like, that stuff is mind-blowing to me. It's been sitting in a filing cabinet for how many years, covered in dust, and you can read it there, you can go through it all. It's bloody unbelievable. I love finding all that stuff. So yeah, finding stuff is cool. Like, I really, really enjoy that sort of side of it. Finding little things that will sort of link you to how old the place is. Like the places that we found the newspaper at, it's still there in the middle of the absolute suburban nightmare that is that area. That would be a place from the early 1900s, probably like 1890, 1980s, like 1980s, far out. That's when I was born. The 1880s. So yeah, the newspapers there from the war is insane. Tim said there's some old overgrown logging camps, buildings and railways 30 minutes from Yay. Yeah, cool. I'll definitely have to go. I'm like this, as I said, there's so much I can film, but so little time. I do see a good question about my sister, which I'm going to answer in a tick. There's more good questions. Any suggested places near Greensboro / Watsonia area? There's a few houses that I know of. You're just going to have to get on your bike and have a look. You'll find them. They're not hard to find. But yeah, if you want to be brave and go in them, go ahead. But yeah, there are houses around Greensboro, Watsonia. There used to be the school in Greensboro, but that's gone, sadly. They had an awesome pool. And yeah, I think Panda may have done a video from there recently, so you can check that out. If he hasn't released it yet, tell him to hurry up. How do you say on Pickles? Have you ever gotten hurt, like fall through the floor of an old house? I haven't fallen through the floor. I've put my foot through floorboards at old houses. There is some, like, I've had some gnarly cuts from exploring. I can show you cuts over my arms, my legs, but that's just part of the deal. I try and wear pants when I can, and like I wear my work boots, high ankle boots, but nothing stops you from getting cut by barbed wire, and you never really get over it. Every time I scratch myself, like, I'm bleeding everywhere and I'm swearing at it, but it's part of the deal. Barbed wire fencing, broken glass, all that sort of stuff. You're going to cut your hands. I've been thinking about it for ages. I should probably buy gloves, because I'm always like crawling through broken glass and like barbed wire, but I just never get around to it. Yeah, maybe gloves are on my on my list of things to get. St. John's abandoned joint next to the roundabout. That's near my place. Always went there. We had a few run-ins with security there. Yeah, so that's the school I was talking about in Greensboro. That is gone. But back up, my sister said, "Have you ever seen a ghost?" Well, yeah. So I don't know how I feel about the whole ghost thing. If you search YouTube, you will find a whole bunch of dead shit videos of people claiming to have seen ghosts at abandoned buildings and saw demon at abandoned buildings. Exploring with Josh. Yeah, it's so I've only ever had one instant where I was like, I've had like two really weird instances in my life of ghosts. I can tell you, like, one was at mum and dad's old house, walking out of my bedroom and hearing the TV on in the living room, and even seeing the blue light. And we had a hallway we walked down to get the living room with the door at the end, and I could see the light on, and it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. So I walked out thinking my dad was still up watching TV. It was probably a work night. I'm thinking, what's he doing? I'm going to get up and see if he's all right. And as soon as I opened the door, there was no light. It was completely pitch black. And I think I friggin' panicked and just ran back to my room. The other one was, I have like one semi one in an abandoned location. The other one was, I was walking as a teenager. I was probably like 15 or 16. I think Wilfred's saying bye. See you, Wilfred. I was walking up the street, sort of, I'm going to say Briar Hill area. And there's this really long winding road that sort of links Briar Hill, like Montmorency, Briar Hill, and Greensboro. And I was walking up there, and I was walking straight ahead, and I saw a girl who looked like she was probably like 20 in like a blue polka dot dress, and her hair was like really like 50s style, you know, like what it was like sort of all like frizzed up, like really neat, like done up. And I remember thinking, like, I just sort of looked up. I remember I was listening to music, and I remember I looked up and I saw her, and I was like, damn, that girl's dressed up like really old. Like, that's kind of cool. And she was only like, I want to say like 10 foot in front of me. And then I looked down, I looked back, and she was completely gone. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, looked down, looked up, and she was gone. And I was like, man, that was really weird. Maybe she just like walked off into her house or something, you know, no big deal. But the funny thing was, like, a week later, I was driving back with my mate around that area, straight back to the place where we come from. And he says to me, you know, one time I came around this corner and I saw a girl standing there. And when I realized there was no one standing there, and I was like, holy shit! I told him the story of what I saw. I don't know if I believe in it. Like, it's so stupid. Like, I don't know if I believe in ghosts or spirits, but I mean, there's some gnarly stories out there of people obviously with ghost stories. But I mean, like, here I am saying that, but I'm like a hardcore believer in Bigfoot. So yeah, ghosts in abandoned buildings. I don't know. I haven't had many like ghost related things. There was at that St. John's, the St. John's, the abandoned school. There's this really old house. It's still on the property, even though they've demolished the entire school. And we walked into the house, and I was with Jay Boston, and we're walking in, and we're filming, and he was just ahead of me, and like, I thought there was an upstairs area, and I thought that Panda was upstairs in this place, and we just heard like footsteps run across, or like walk back, run across. And like, I know what possums sound like in roofs. Like, we've had possums in our house growing up, and that's like more of a scurrying, not rats. It was footsteps, like banging footsteps running across, and I thought maybe someone's on the roof. I don't know, like, yeah. So, and then we realized, I was like, oh, it's Panda. And then right as I said that, Panda just like literally walks into like the building on the side, pokes his head through the window, and I'm like, it's not Panda. And what the hell was it? And there was no upstairs. We literally walked around the next corner, and that was the whole house. So I have no idea what that was like. And I don't think I was filming at the time, and I don't think Jay was filming either. So that was one time like that really spooked me and gives me a little bit of the heebie-jeebies. But that was actually quite shocking. Thinking about it now, it's like quite scary. Now I'm home alone and I'm scared. Haley said she saw a ghost twice in our old place. Yeah, our old house, I can now say it was in Montmorency. That's where I grew up. That was it's a really old house, like really old house. And yeah, there was often some weird things happening in there. But bro, Brittany said she'll be home in 10. So if you guys have some questions that you want Brittany to answer, now's your opportunity, because it sounds like Brittany will be home in 10 minutes. We can keep going. Tim Askcook said, "Hey, the old Vic Rail building in Spencer Street, now a hotel apartment, has plenty of documentary reports of poltergeists and their activity, even photos." Wow. Okay, I want to check that out. Yeah, me and Howie like all this sort of paranormal stuff. Like, as I said, I don't know if I'm there on the ghosts, but like Bigfoot, yes, 100%. Aliens, 100%. Like, I've got a UFO story, but like ghosts, I don't know. I just don't know. It's like, it's believable, but like, I don't know. Ghosts. But yeah, Bigfoot, man, he's out there. He's walking around. He's in the forest. He's eating pine cones. Dasher this master said, "G'day, Scotty. It's been quite a while. How you been?" Very good. Very good, in fact. I was actually just like, I don't know if it's like this time of year or whatever, but I'm just very grateful. I don't know what it is. Like, maybe it's me. I'm getting older. It seems like the older I come, the more grateful I get. But yeah, I'm very good. Thank you for asking. Connor, you talking about, sorry, I missed that question going back up. No way you walked into that same house at the old school. Yeah, I've been there a couple of times. I can even go back in there because it's still there. But yeah, that's very spooky. That's probably the scariest place, besides that way back at the start of the stream. What was I talking about? The nursing home. The nursing home, 100%. Like, that place would have had probably people die inside that building, 100%, and it's freaky as. There is another video I kind of want to do on all the graves that are underneath the Victoria Market in the city. Like, there's like hundreds of graves, hundreds of people buried under the Victoria Market. Like, I think that'd be awesome to go there, like get there really like sometime at like 3 o'clock in the morning, go there and film and just walk around and take it all in, because there's quite a bit of it documented online, so I can do some good research on if you want to look it up. It's Victoria Market. There's like bloody hundreds of people buried under there. It's mental, and now it's like one of the biggest tourist attractions in Melbourne. Unbelievable. So I did see a question before from Tim. I think he said something about cemeteries. I love filming cemeteries. Like, there's something about it I absolutely freaking love. But at the same time, I don't want to be like disrespectful in a lot of them. But like, I know it's kind of hard to be when some of the ones I've filmed quite a few of them. They always do really well. The one in Queenstown, the Queenstown Cemetery, which is like St. Andrews area, not Queenstown, New Zealand. It's like not far from me here. That's got some stuff in there. Like, if you love like history, like I could walk around. I should do a live stream from there. Let's do that. I'll do a live stream from there. That has stuff in there from like people buried in there from the 1800s, which is crazy to think about, because like Australia wasn't even a country back then, and these are people that were were there for gold mining and stuff, because we like in the area, around the area we grew up, like the Diamond Creek, you have all that stuff, all the mines through there, really rich in gold. So there's heaps of history up that way for gold. So a lot of that mining, there is a walk you can actually do there from that cemetery to St. Andrews near the pub, which sounds even better because then I can go to the pub, of a mine walk where you can just like follow through. There's a few mines and stuff. I've only walked like 5 minutes of it, and a kangaroo was standing on the footpath like right in front of me. I thought he was going to kickbox me, and I thought I had to thump him, but he jumped off. Fucking hell. Sorry, I'm losing it. Floyd said, "Hello, I'm back from the call with Les." Why is he calling you for that long? Jesus, the bloke's got issues, man. I'm telling you. Suburbex said, "We ran through the school. We went feeling chased by security. Got in a Holden, Colorado. But I can't remember. There was part that looked like a prison cell, but it was really unwinding." So your comment's a bit confusing there, but yeah, that school was weird. There was some really I know what you're talking about now. I think you mean the cages that were around the back of the school. There was like being in school, there was these cages on the back of the classroom. So it was like if the kids wanted to go outside, without them like running away, they could put them like in this like little caged off area. So weird. Tim said Bigfoot is not only in the US, also in the steppes area in Russia, Himalayas, Australia, and Central Asia. You missed Canada. Yeah, big time. I know my Bigfoot stuff, mate. I'm a big Bigfoot fan. Like that's another stuff I watch on YouTube is Bigfoot stuff. It's so weird. But yeah, in Australia as well. I would love to like. I know there's like we don't call them Bigfoot here in Australia. We call them Yowies. But like I love like listening to incident reports of people seeing Yowies. Yeah, if we could do all that stuff, I mean that'd be kind of different, but it'd be fun to like do some paranormal stuff. But I don't want to do it like stupidly. Like how you see some people being like, oh, saw ghost or whatever, like exploring with Josh, that sort of crap. That's never going to happen. It's going to be done just fun. Haley said we should go to the old Melbourne jail soon. Yeah, we could do that. Definitely do that. Yeah, there's so much stuff that I really want to film, but yeah, I just run out of time. Like I just feel like if I could just take somehow like win Tats Lotto or something and then just film for the rest of my life, I'd film something every bloody day for you guys. But yeah, sadly, it's not that easy. Tim said, Scotty, most of the bodies were moved from the Vic Market except under the old building on the southern side. I was there in 85, saw the bones for myself when the concrete was removed. Holy crap. That is insane. Really? Wow. I wouldn't even know what to do if I saw bones. Like, that's insane, man. That's really fascinating, man. I'm sure there's books and stuff about it. I might have to like look it up. Yeah, man, I can't believe you saw. You've seen some stuff, Tim. Belinda said, "Hi, Floyd. I missed you and Les. You were my faves. Yeah, big time. I love Fogarty Avenue. They need to come back." Someone asked me a question before. I kind of skipped past it. I'm just looking back up. I think it was who are my favorite people to film with. Side Panda. It was 100%. It's 100%, and always will be Fogarty Avenue because they're absolutely hilarious. It's an experience that I wish everyone could experience in their life. Sorry, I just kicked the table, didn't I? Yeah, that is 100% it. I'm getting a lot of notifications on my phone. Yeah, so Fogarty Avenue, but where are they at? He said, yeah, loves to talk. I am slowly but surely editing a video that will become our comeback vid. Holy crap, I'm so excited for that. Floyd, please tell me when that will be, because I will honestly have like a live stream party. Man, this Google Hangouts is actually working quite well. Like, I mean, we've been going for just an hour and 15 now, and you guys are still killing it. 23 people still watching. That's awesome. It is a very long video. It will be an hour plus long. Yeah, that's fine. We can do a live stream watching. That'd be fun. I'll do it with Les and Floyd. Maybe they should do some live stuff. I really like. I was actually going to say that to Floyd. Like, while you guys were not filming stuff, and not editing stuff, you guys should have done some live videos because, like, yeah, they're so easy to do. Obviously, I can just sit here. I mean, I can do a live stream from my GoPro, which is yeah, amazing because like I can stick that on my head and I can walk around abandoned buildings and live stream from the GoPro. But when I try it, Brittany's just about to walk in. When I tried to do it the other day, it failed and wouldn't connect. But there's been an update on the GoPro, but I haven't done it yet. Suburbic said J Boston, Fogarty, Mew, and Panda overnight abando. Mind blowing. That would be fun. Oh my god. Boy, spending an overnight with Les would probably drive me insane. But Tim said after Mount St. Helens in the US erupted, between 8 to 15 dead Bigfoots were removed by military and US Park Services. Photos were on the internet a few years back. Not sure now. I've actually watched a documentary about that. Pretty crazy. Yeah, if that is true, which I really hope it is, I'd love to hopefully get that stuff out for the world to see, and everyone can live in their Sasquatch goodness. Oh, Brittany's here. So, Brittany, jump in. Where are we? Floyd said, I'll let you know when it happens, but the Christmas stuff coming up will be a while until I get it done. That is very true. You're going to have to jump in here, bub. I can't really see you.
Where's the camera?
Yeah, just here. So, well, you can see yourself there, but all right, Brittany's here now.
Hi.
My better half. So if you've got any questions for Brett, now is your chance to shoot away. It doesn't have to be about bloody infant. Haley said,
were you scared of meeting Haley
for the first time?
Yeah, I was terrified. Hey, Sarah. I was actually really terrified to meet Haley because Scott had spoke so highly of her. I wasn't even scared to meet his parents, but Haley, I had to get her approval.
Oh, well. I wouldn't be... Haley's a big softie. I wouldn't be too scared of her.
Is she?
She's
terrified.
She's a
But then I've only ever stayed with Scott for Haley. Yeah.
Oh, wow. There you go. Living that Lezo lifestyle. Eh?
No, she's awesome.
Belinda said, oh, wait, someone said hello before. And Keegan said, hello. Hi. Belinda McDonald said, I have watched all of your vids. I don't care how long they are. I found your channel and a few others a few months ago and spent hours watching. I'm obsessed with you all. That's awesome, Belinda. Thank you so much. Yeah, obviously you've watched all Foggities and Pandas, so yeah, that's great. Tim said the better half with the gorgeous smile. He's talking about me, right?
You can't even see your mouth, that beard.
Me, I got trimmed the other day. You passed the test, Britt, by Haley. So
just took 10 years.
Thank God. I know. We've actually almost been together for 10 years now, which is bloody mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Sorry, the cat just scared me.
Lola wants to join.
Lola does she? She's probably going to rip my arm
off. Baby.
She jumps up, and she usually, when I'm doing anything like editing wise, the cat is all over me, climbing all over the laptop, climbing up all over my shoulders. And now she hasn't even pepped in once. What are you doing? Come on.
Patrick, to answer your question, I get terrified. And I didn't actually realize how scary it was until about 2 weeks ago when we went, me and Laura, Panda's wife, went with the boys to abandoned places. And we dropped them there. And I was like, oh, my gosh, this is actually so scary. Like, there could be squatters in there. There could be anything. And we were petrified the whole time. We were like sitting in the car like, what if something happened? They wouldn't let us go in because they're gentlemen and they didn't want us to get hurt. But after they checked out one of them, we did go in there for a little bit. But I don't really want to go into those places. But
yeah,
it was scary, very scary. We messaged them like 45 minutes in, like, are you dead? Like, and sometimes he doesn't tell me where he's going. He'll just, and I'm just like, you need to tell me, because what if you don't come back?
Well, there's sometimes that we don't know where we're going. Like, me and Panda will literally get in the car and we have like 6 locations and we'll just go pick one and go and do it. So yeah, but yeah, Brittany got to see us in our full action. That was actually the animal park. So yeah, Brittany got to see us doing that. Oh no, we're buffering. Hopefully that what a great face to stop.
Look at my eye.
Why did it do that? Oh, we're back. All right, we should be right. Sorry if that buffered
and
there.
You're seeing Brittany on your vids.
I miss seeing Brittany on your vids take control like you were in Hawaii. Yeah. If I do any more like those style videos, Brittany's always going to be in them.
We were on a honeymoon, but you were very drunk.
Yeah, it's what I do.
I couldn't do that again. That was so embarrassing. Even right now, I feel so awkward just talking.
Oh, that was
nothing.
In Nashville when I've been doing it for like the last hour and 15 minutes. It's been great.
The people
it's like my own little talk show.
But how do you know people are watching?
You can see all the stats on the screen. People leaving comments. Everyone's saying,
"Hey, gorgeous." Weird. I still don't really get this lifestyle.
I know it takes a little while.
Did you tell them you got spotted?
No. No, I have been spotted in the wilderness.
First of all, you got spotted by Sarah Muir, who's on here, son. Number one fan.
Another time I was spotted by someone in Safeway who was a subscriber. Twice. I saw him. I've seen him twice outside of the YouTube world. Once at Safeway and once at Bunnings.
Stalker.
I'm living my best life. Kelly said, I'm still creeped out by the shark and the worm and the wombat place. That was, yeah, so that's what the one we were talking about.
Yeah,
that place is really creepy. Like, I think Wilfred and I think Urbex Gecko did that place on their own, like completely on their own. So, like, I mean, I could do it on my own, but, like, it is not great. That place is really freaky. Dasher said, I've been to the US, including Hawaii.
We love the US.
Yeah. Oh man, how many times have we been?
We've been three
times. Maybe 4.
We want to go back next year.
We want to go back next year or this year, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
This year?
Yeah,
4 more days.
Oh my God.
10 more days left.
2019, but I don't know if that's going to happen. But we want to go back. oh man, if I could live in the US, I would honestly pack up all this stuff right now, which is probably like what, my camera and my laptop and this screen, my phone, the cat, and move to America right now. I'd move straight to Southern California in a heartbeat, or Florida, I think.
The two Disney parks.
Well, it's two big places. The weather's good. New York would be awesome. But for abandoned goodness, it would definitely be California or Florida.
Me and Haley are going to do a takeover. Yeah, for sure.
You guys can. You do it on Christmas Day. I'll be intoxicated.
We should totally... Nah, people will be busy.
Yeah, I know. That's the only thing. Well, we can still do it, like an unedited video, Christmas Day.
Both your skin looks really good.
Who said that?
Haley.
We've
been using Nivea.
Yeah, we actually have been.
Scott calls Nivea.
Yeah, I've been using moisturizer. God, everything's come out in the live stream tonight. This is unbelievable.
Do some filming instead of Scott. I'm not as good as Scott.
You got to read the question.
Sorry. Tim said it would be good to see your wife do some filming instead of Scott, Panda, Danny.
So blabs are like being Boston.
I just don't know.
You don't think you could do it? I think
I couldn't do it. I'm quite a confident person, but I couldn't talk in front of people like in an open space.
Yeah, it takes work. You get used to it. Not that I do it all that often, but you get used to it.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, I reckon Brittany would be great on YouTube, but now she's finished university and she's got a job. I don't think that's going to be happening.
I think I'm a bit too busy for it, to be honest.
We'll go back to why is America so good, but Adelaide Crow's the best.
Where do we start?
Oh my god, I couldn't even think where to start. Like I like always say, like we're so lucky to live in this country in Australia, but I would love to live in the US. Even if I lived there for like a year, I'd be happy.
Just we love the movie background of it. I think that's history, the movie history, like
the history of
the music history,
Route 66, Bigfoot, Disney history, everything.
So much.
People, I love the people,
and
the
America. People love us.
Yeah, and Suburb X said, "See ya, mate."
Toodles.
Yeah, I love everything about America. I really do. I would move there in a heartbeat. He said, Dasher said New York was great. Why is Siri starting right now? Siri says the Las Vegas Grand Canyon Hoover Dam was also great. Yeah, we went to Vegas, 3 times? Twice. And the first time we went on a helicopter trip. I wish I filmed all this stuff.
On New Year's Day.
On New Year's Day, after we'd been out all night, had like an hour sleep, went to the airport, jumped on a helicopter, and went through the Grand Canyon while it was snowing. I don't know if you know anything, people about Vegas, but it is in the goddamn middle of the desert. Like, middle of the friggin' desert. Like, I'm not even exaggerating that. But, yeah, that is...
there was a bit of snow on the ground, and we started picking it up and making a snowman. And they're like, you guys from Australia? We're like, yeah.
So to see the Grand Canyon, like, you see those big arches and all that stuff, just completely covered in snow was, like, I'll never forget that. That was amazing. You right? You get your Mickey gear on right now. You can see a Mickey Mouse gear.
Do you want to put yours on?
Not really. You guys might have noticed I just wear black t-shirts all the time.
He doesn't just have the one. He's got. He's like Bart Simpson. You open his wardrobe and it's just the same
drawers and drawers and drawers of black t-shirts. Yeah, Haley said Scott won't allow me to go to Vegas. I'll go to Vegas with you, but we probably won't come back. I'm telling you that right now. Like, last time we went to Vegas was almost the end of me.
Yeah, it was.
You think they call it Sin City or whatever? 100%. Like, that was.
We got tattoos when we were drunk.
I don't know what happened.
Scott's ears were sweating.
So hot there. But yeah, it's. Oh, man. I could live there, actually. I could actually really live in Vegas.
In Vegas?
But I would probably end up an alcoholic.
And a gambler.
No, I don't really gamble that much, to be honest. Like, gambling just doesn't really appeal to me.
We don't really get gambling.
Yeah. I'm not like, I'll gamble on footy and soccer and stuff, but I don't, I'm not like a horses gambler or slot machines. Anyway, Chris said, do I have a drinking problem?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I'm not.
Nah.
I just enjoy myself, mate. That's about it. And
we're only weekend drinkers.
I'm a weekend drinker, but I'm a very good drinker. There's no one in.
I'm a very good drinker.
There is no one in this conversation.
I tried to keep up to him once.
Forget it.
And it didn't end well.
My good Irish genes. I'm undefeated. Ask Haley as well. She's a good drinker. Belinda said, I love Disney too. I'd love to go to Disneyland, but I'm always too broke. Do you have a single rich brother or friend for me? I wish I had a brother. I don't. I've got 2 sisters.
I've got 3.
She's got 3 brothers, but they're not rich.
And 2 of them have wives.
Yeah, 2 of them have wives. But yeah, I would really love to just like
Look, to be honest, though, we've been 3 times, and I've been a uni student for the last 4 years, so we've done pretty well. You just got it. We just save really well and sacrifice. You know, don't go out for dinner, don't go to the movies this week, and if we really want something, we just get it. So
yeah, that's about it.
We're pretty good at, you know, just following our dreams too.
Oh, so inspirational. Believe in yourself. Well, Dasha said, I've been into Disneyland in Tokyo and Hong Kong. That's awesome. We want to go there. That will happen. Maybe when we're a bit older. Might squeeze out a couple of kids and then we'll go.
I would want to go next year, but Scott said no.
No. If I'm going on holiday again, I'm going back to America. I'm telling you that much. Favorite drink? I'm being alcoholic. Jack Daniels for sure. I can't drink too much of it though. Definitely Jack Daniels. I'm a big beer guy. Furphy's good Geelong beer. VB Carlton Draft. Melbourne bitter. Yeah, give me a beer any day. Adelaide asked the same of Danny and Emma. Oh, they alcoholics. Okay. Floyd said hashtag believe in yourself. You should. It's so funny because they always say believe in yourself, and you'd be surprised how often I actually tell myself believe in yourself. I've recently done slideshows of my trip for the past. They're all on my channel. Cool. So Dasher the Smasher, you can go and check him out. That is cool. Good porn name. You can check out Dasher the Smasher. And yeah, you can see his slideshow. Sorry, I threw myself off there. Belinda said, are you rich and single? Maybe we're going to be setting some people up. Well, here comes Lola. We'll wrap up the live stream pretty soon. It's starting to get pretty late. It's 10:30.
You've been doing this for ages.
Yeah, and almost an hour and a half. Time flies, hey, when you're having fun. I'll let you guys see our beautiful cat. She'll probably scratch Brittany's face off any minute now.
Oh, she's okay. Oh, here we go.
It's a little bit behind the stream, but there she is. All right, let's wrap this one up. Oh my god, oh
my god, she's so cute. Look at you, baby.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we'll wrap this one up. Thanks, guys, for oh boy. Thanks, guys. We're just seeing the replay of the live stream. Thanks, guys, for the last hour and a half.
She is a bit fat because she's an indoor cat.
That's a fat cat. Yeah, she's a big fatty.
She doesn't go outside.
She's like her dad. She's a big fatty. Oh, here she goes. She's on the hunt now. Great viewing, Lola. Get out of here. Yeah, I can't thank you guys enough for the last hour and a half, like for even sticking around. Oh my god, the cat. It's been awesome. Like this is something that I'll regularly do now. So yeah. It's so easy to do and so entertaining, and Floyd said she's not as fat as my grandma's cat.
I just read grandma.
As fat as my grandma. Kelly said you guys are awesome. Thank you.
Gosh.
Yeah, we'll do another live stream. I want to say next week. We'll do another one next week after Christmas or around that time because we've got time off. No work.
Boxing Day.
Yeah.
We could do it on Boxing Day. We'll be with Haley.
Yeah, we could.
If she's not working.
We could maybe we could have a few Jack Daniels and you could see how good I am. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Seriously, it's been awesome. All you guys. I appreciate every single friggin' one of you.
Educational.
Very educational. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Thanks, Sarah. Thank you, Belinda. Thank you, Tim.
Hey, Sarah, what about me?
You've been here for 15 minutes.
Guys, keep doing what you're doing, Scott.
Yeah, believe in yourself.
Sarah, thanks.
Yeah, and Merry Christmas. So if we don't see you guys, you'll see a video hopefully this week. If I have time, it's just a crazy time of year. You'll see a video on Thursday night. If you're watching the replay of this, how the hell have you sat through the last hour and a half? Unbelievable. Yeah. Thank you again. Yeah, don't forget the thumbs up. What, 17 thumbs up? Thank you. Yeah,
I'm gonna do a thumbs down.
Don't do that. I get enough thumbs down on my videos. All right, guys. Arigato gozaimashita. I don't know what that means.
Namaste.
All right. Believe in yourself.